Do your backgrounds ever feel a little too busy? Now, before you toss it or set it to the side, you need to try this first. There's one thing I'm going to share in this video today that can completely change the way your background feels. And honestly, it might surprise you. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to day 14 of 20 days of creative play. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany Solorio. So glad you're here, and I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join the community. If you've been around for a while, welcome back. Love having you here too. Now, you can download this free PDF and follow along. The link will be down in the description. Today's prompt is going to be pretty simple, but I genuinely think it's one of the most valuable ones in this whole series, especially if you're like me and you have a pile of backgrounds in your stash that can just feel really overwhelming. So here's what happens to me all the time. I'm playing with my sprays and my inks, I'm layering, I'm having the best time. And then I step back and I look at my background and I'm like, okay, this is a lot. And that's kind of the nature of ink smushing and using your sprays, right? It's this really rich, layered technique. Ink smushing is actually something we will go over in my upcoming class, and I'll drop the link down in the description if you want to check that out. But sometimes all of that color and depth starts competing with itself, right? Your eye doesn't really know where to land. And that background isn't necessarily bad, it's just really busy. So instead of starting over or adding more color on top of more color, we're actually going to do the opposite. We're going to soften things up a little bit. And sometimes that one small shift completely changes the feel of the whole background. So I'm starting with a stencil, and I do want to mention choosing the right stencil really matters here. If your background is already a lot, adding a super detailed or intricate stencil is just going to make it feel busier. So I'm looking for something that adds a little more interest without overwhelming what's already there. For me, that means a simple repeating pattern, not boring, just easy for the eye to follow. And as I'm applying this white pigment ink, notice I'm not going all over the background. I'm just hitting a few areas here and there because I want to give the eye somewhere to rest, like a little breathing room in the middle of all of that color. Think of it as taking this background to the next stage, not finishing it, just moving it forward. And in a minute, I'm going to show you why this gets even better once we start layering stamping on top. That's where it really starts to click. Okay, so now that we've softened some of those busier areas, let's add one more layer. This is where stamping comes in. What I love about using these two together is that the stencil creates those softer, quieter spots, and then the stamping brings back just a little detail and definition. They really balance each other out. And again, I'm being very intentional here. I'm not stamping everywhere. I just want some areas to stay more subtle and some areas to have a little more going on. That contrast is what makes the whole thing feel more cohesive. Now, here's something I think a lot of us do, and I am totally guilty of this too. We feel like we need to fill every single inch of the background, like if there's any open space, there's something missing. But some of the strongest backgrounds I've ever made have a mix of busy areas and more subtle areas. The busy parts feel more intentional, the subtle parts give your eye room to breathe. And white pigment ink is honestly one of the easiest ways to create that balance without covering up a lot of the work you already did. So if you've got backgrounds in your stash that have just been sitting there because they're just too much or feel a little overwhelming, don't give up on them yet. Try going back in with some white pigment ink, whether that's through a stencil, a stamp, or a little bit of both. You might be surprised what it does. I'd love to know, do you tend to leave your backgrounds as they are, or do you find yourself going back in to adjust them later? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to grab your free PDF and check out my upcoming class. And until next time, don't forget to stay creative, my friends.